Alright, welcome to Guy and Gal Gaming, episode 2. Just a quick update from episode 1. We now have a new co-host, Katya. Would you like to say something?
Hi, how are you?
Good enough. Basically, there was a long hiatus because people disappeared and things came up, and, yeah, well, hopefully we're back for good. Katya. Oh, by the way, I'm Andrew. In case you've forgotten or didn't listen to the first episode. Katya, we could start off with you if you want to tell us if you've been playing anything recently.
Yes, well, first off, I would like to say, could I be called Key?
Oh, that's fine.
And, yeah, I've been playing Splatoon, which is a Wii U game that came out a couple months ago.
I want to play that.
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's such a fun game. Like, I'm not gonna give too much out, but, like, you're these little inkling things, these little kid-type characters, and...
Squid, not kid.
Yeah, yeah, and, like, they give you different boards at, like, different times, like, every hour, so it'll switch. No, actually, I think, like, every 4 hours? It'll switch into, like, a different, like, level, and they have 2 levels each time they do it. And, like, they have, like, they have normal levels, and then they have, what is it called? Is it, I forgot. No, not the map. What is it called?
World?
No.
Level?
Ah, I forgot what it's called. They give you a ranked level. There we go.
Oh, okay.
And, like, with ranked levels, they have, like, special features where there'll be, like, one called tower control, where you have to get, like, on this little tower, and it goes to the other team's thing. Or there's a new one that just came out, and it's called, Rainmaker, where you get this, like, little gun-looking thing that looks like it has a lion's head, and, like, you shoot people with it, and it's still the same object as, like, getting to the other team's, like, camp, I guess you want to call it. And then there's just another one where you have to make sure your area has, like, paint, and then you have to get the other person's paint on it.
Paint. That was really interesting that they chose paint.
But,
I guess it's their workaround of blood.
Yeah.
First, like a kitty first. Not kitty, but I mean, like, you know, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Not that, no, I mean that in the sense, like, you know, all general audience kind of thing. But, what is the story to that anyway? I mean, without spoiling anything, it's something about territories and factions or something, right? Something about the squids and the octopi.
The octolings. But you know what's funny? There's not, like, with that, it's not really much of a story. Like, I thought it'd be, like, an in-depth kind of story. It's not. It's just like, oh, yeah, can you do this? And the more you do it, the more items you get, and the more stuff like that. Like, it's, like, a fun, it's not really, like, an important story. Like, where if you would play a game, you're like, oh, I want to see how it progresses. It's just like, oh, okay, well,
but isn't it a post-apocalyptic Tokyo?
No.
Yeah, it's
totally not. No,
it is post-apocalypse. Haven't you heard about that?
No, I didn't hear that.
There are, like, these missions or something where you get pieces of history text, and it's something about, like, mankind evolved into these water creatures.
Well, I guess, yeah. Like, that happens.
I don't know about apocalypse, but post, you know, just future.
Yeah, like, you get these, like, each, like, level you do, like, you'll get, like, a little picture, and it'll show you, like, oh, this is back in my youngin' days, and here's a picture of me and the cat.
This is my youngin' days.
Like, there's a little, like, the person, like, I don't know, like, when you first start the game, you're on, like, it looks like you're kind of, like, I think, like, 42nd Street kind of thing, like, you're in this, like, little area where there's stores and stuff. And then in the sewer, there's this creepy little bug-eyed guy, and he's the one that, like, starts you off in the story, and he's like, yeah, can you do this? I'll give you a really cool outfit, and when it turns out it's, like, a hand-me-down outfit.
But how are the levels in the solo game, how do they do that for a game that's first-person shooter? I mean, I don't really play first-person shooters, so the only first-person shooter I actually played was The Darkness, and that was amazing. But I don't know how you make an adventure type of game, unless it's not what it is, but like an adventure type of game from a first-person shooter perspective.
Well, You know, I don't know, it's weird to explain, like, thinking about it that way, because I really think the storyline's pointless. Like, I can't even, like, say, because the storyline is pointless to me. Like, yeah, you get cool things, but I feel I was never really into the storyline. I was just like, yo, I want to go online, and I want to beat everyone. That's it. I guess
it's like the Super Smash Bros. Syndrome, where it's like, here's a story, but this isn't known for its story. Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what it's like. Like, I don't... Like, I love that game for online. If I didn't have Wi-Fi or anything, then I probably would not be playing this game.
Why, is the AI suck, or it's just not worth playing because against the AI? Not worth playing the game. I mean, not worth playing against the AI.
It's fun playing against the AI, but it's more of like, I guess, being competitive that I am. I want to go against a person. And, like, I want to get irritated. I want
to get irritated. I want to be pissed. Work me up.
Like, mind you, I'm probably, like, getting extremely mad over, like, 5-year-olds, like, 6-year-olds, because...
I hate you.
And they're probably saying, oh, yeah, your
Suck
mom.
on my ink.
But, like, I don't know, I just prefer online. And then, like, oh my god, so many times I'm like, yo, my team sucks! Why am I the only one carrying my team? Like, it's that kind of thing, but it's fun.
Hey, how dare you! I'm the one carrying the team!
And, like, I don't know, like, when you play this, like, the game itself, it's more fun that way because, like, it's just, I don't know, like, the matches first off are, like, 3-4 minutes long, I think. If I remember right. It's like 4 minutes long. But within that 4 minutes, like, I remember one time I was playing and me and my team were great. And then, like, I think it was the last 20 seconds. And, like, my team decided to, like, I don't know, just suck. And I was like, why are you guys doing this? And, like, we lost and I was just furious and I turned the system off. And I thought about life. And then I was just
what am I doing?
Exactly. I was like, how could they do this to me?
Squids.
Why would they do this to me? And I was just like, forget it. I turned it back on and I won. So I was so happy. And I was like, that seems horrible.
I did it myself.
Exactly. The only thing I don't like about it is, like, say, like, you're over a friend's house and they have the Splatoon game. You can't play like how you play online. It's like this weird thing where you have to shoot a balloon. Like, you're not even going against each other. You're shooting balloons. It's weird. Like, it's the weirdest, like, thing ever.
I mean, I like co-op and all, but that sounds odd.
It is odd. Like, I don't know, I find it weird. I was just like, why couldn't they just have me fight like how I fight online? Instead of shooting balloons, it's just stupid. I guess it's fun, I don't know, I feel like it's not. Like, maybe the 5-year-old audience would like that, I don't know.
Hey! But there's squids and octopi. The Inklings and...
Inkling is in the, Octolings.
Octolings. But there's no male Octolings.
There isn't, but I'm assuming the male Octolings are they look like straight up octopus, like, tentacles.
Yeah, I heard something about that, and then...
Wasn't, like, the main villain an Octoling, though?
Yeah.
He's like a humanoid?
He's another tentacle-looking thing, and he's a DJ.
Maybe it's like the Gerudo. Or Gerudo. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think Gerudo. In Zelda.
Yeah, where it's just, like, dudes?
What? No, where it's like... Well, there's just, like, one dude.
But, no. Because that'd be different because there's dudes in this. It's just that they all look like tentacles. Like, there's a main tentacle guy, and then there's a whole bunch of
But
little...
aren't they, like, their minions and not necessarily the males of their species?
I guess so, but then where are the males? Like, you think there's no males?
Yeah, the king guy. He's the male.
Ew.
Maybe. I don't know.
But they look like kids. That's creepy.
Well, maybe they are kids. Maybe it's like super lolly. It's just like they are aged. It's like Noe from Fire Emblem.
Oh, I guess.
It's just like they could keep getting older, but they still look young. Physically, they won't age after a certain amount.
That's a dream. It's a dream.
It's a dream to look 12 forever.
Yeah.
No.
But I can, like, get, like, the kids' ticket at the movie theater, so... It's all that matters in life.
Yeah, but then you can't get any alcohol or anything.
But because I look like a kid, I can just pout for it. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, right.
I'll be good, I promise.
Well, you'd have a license anyway. It's just like, this is fake. No, I have that disease where you stay a kid forever.
You know, I've had people tell me my ID is fake, and I'm just like, wait, what? Are you serious? They're like, yeah, I don't believe it. This doesn't look like you. I was like, what the hell? Like, that was just like the weirdest, like, I felt so offended.
How dare you tell me my ID is fake? Man.
Are there any games that you've been playing?
Actually, I know people are going to be upset that the game I've been playing has been a mobile game. Because
really?
I'm not one of those people who really support mobile games in the sense that I prefer consoles and handheld. Like, I prefer games over mobile games. Like, but I've been playing Sonic Runners on and off, mostly a lot in the beginning, and then just kind of like weaned off of it a little bit. But it's really fun. First of all, I freaking love Sonic. So, when, you know, the fact that it had a story was what made me want to try it out, even though it's just like an excuse for a story. But, you know, I am slightly irritated that I feel like the game itself is like, buy this, buy this, buy that, buy this. It's like, can I just enjoy this? Like, the unlocking system is a real pain in the ass.
Really?
And don't get me wrong, because the game is really addicting. Like, the actual part where you play and you're running and dodging obstacles. That part is so much fun. I love that part. But then everything else gets, like, really annoying sometimes.
Well, how much is the game?
Oh, it's free.
Really?
That's the up and down in and of itself, because it's free, yay, but then it's like, prepare your anus for advertisements.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like, I would gladly hand over, like, $3 to just get rid of all the advertisements. Like, I will buy this game, just get rid of the advertisements. But the advertisements aren't even what annoys me the most. It's like, to unlock things, is like a pain in the ass. It's like, it runs on a roulette system where it's called the premium roulette. And you have to pay 50 red star coins, so you collect red star coins as you play the game.
Yeah.
First of all, 50 is a lot, right? If you don't actually spend money to buy red star rings, it'll take you a long time. Like, I'm thinking like anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes could get you
like 6.
Maybe like 5.
Oh god.
And this is a cell phone game, so you're expecting it to be something quick. You want quick rewards.
Yeah.
And that means you have to beat that entire, like, the way the levels work is as you run and dodge the obstacles, the distance meter moves up, so like your meters counts up. So it's almost like time, because you're running at a specific pace anyway. So it's just like over time, it's just the points are building up for it, and by the end, you know, it just adds your score, and in order to reach the end of that, like, quote unquote level, you have to have had a certain score. So let's say the ultimate goal, just for the sake of, you know, having a number, just for example, let's say the ultimate goal in order to meet Eggman at the end of the stage is 10 million points, and let's say you got like 2 million. So then it shows the meter. After you beat the level, it shows, you know, the left, and from the left, Sonic will run a little bit towards like 2 million points worth of what you did, and it'll stop there. And, you know, there are things along that meter that you'll unlock, but you'll have to keep playing it until you build it up enough that he reaches the end of that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the problem is, here's where some of the money grubbing problems come in. First of all, you have 3 lives, and you have to wait in order for your lives to come back. So if you don't hit that 10 million, or just, again, example, I don't know, whatever the level wants. If you don't meet that end goal within all your lives, you have to either wait until your lives replenish, and there's like a timer, so it could be anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour, or I don't know, or you could buy lives. It's just like, really?
And how much are lives?
I don't know, because I never bought them. There's probably something like 99 cents for some. I don't know.
I bet.
But every time you beat a level, though, to the end, your lives replenish. But that's what you would consider one quote-unquote level, and you get rewarded maybe 5 red star rings by the end of that. Now that you have that in mind of how you get the red star rings, like 1 or 2 might drop here and there during the levels, but they're so rare. You go to the roulette, and you can pay 50 red star rings to spin the roulette. Now, the roulette has sections, like a pie chart.
Yeah.
It has sections on it where there's a bunch of eggs that you can land on. Now, the top sliver is the smallest sliver, and that's the only way to unlock a character. There are 2, like, next size up slivers that are for, like, rarer buddies. The buddies are, like, characters you carry with you just to, like, get added bonuses as you play.
Like Tails kind of thing?
No, Tails is a character. They're kind of like the Chows.
Okay.
And so they're just, like, little things with you. Sometimes it's as big as the fucking death egg. Which is a rare one, actually. But, and then the rest are regular, eggs for, like, regular buddies. So you have, out of that pie chart, out of that entire roulette, there's, like, a very slim chance you'll land on a character. A still very slim, but more likely chance of hitting a rare buddy. And then the rest is, like, more than most of the chart is for regular buddies. So, you spend 50 red star rings to spin, and chances are you'll get a regular buddy. And then it's like, oh, you gotta wait to get 50 red star rings again.
Right.
And it's like, the character unlocks are in a limited amount of time anyway. It's like from, like, I don't know, it could be like from August 1st to like August 30th. It's like, well, you have all month to unlock this character. It's just like, oh my god, I have to play this game every fucking day. And just to like try to get this character. And you know what, I did that, I was trying to unlock Blaze the Cat.
I was gonna say that, I don't know why, but I was like, Blaze the Cat, I bet is one of those characters.
Yeah, she was. You can't, I don't know if you can get her anymore, but I remember spinning the wheel. And I landed on the character, and she was the only other character I could get, because I unlocked the others at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes! I got Blaze! And then it's like, oh, you unlocked Rouge. I'm like, what? I have her! And it's like, when you can actually, like, when you land on a piece, it doesn't eliminate the characters you already unlocked. It's still a random choice out of all the characters you can unlock, even if you have them. And if you have them, it rewards you with, like, 50 red star rings and, like, a couple things. You know, so it's basically like, whoops, you have this character already, spin again. I'm like, no, just give me the last character I need. I'm like, why did you do this to me? So, and then I got so aggravated that I think I actually spent a chunk of money on red star rings, and I'm sorry, did I say spent? I meant wasted, and it's just like ridiculous.
Did you ever get Blaze?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
There was the new character now is Shadow.
Hey.
Okay, there are 3 types of characters. There's running, flying, and power. Whatever side that ends with ing, running, flying, and powering. I don't know, but they each have like slightly different playstyle, and Sonic's my only running character, and it's like I need another running character.
Blaze isn't running?
No, she's power. I don't know why, but it splits it like each character has two types. It's like it's either speed, flying, and power, and then it's either like hero, mech, dark, or rose. And I guess they want to have one for each, each thing. So they're kind of the power for Rose is Blaze, and oh yeah, and one of the things is called Easy, where it's it cuts the speed of the game down, but it also cuts your score in half, which is pretty ridiculously pointless. And Big the Cat is the power for that. So it's just like, I guess we'll make Blaze for the power for Rose.
When I think about Easy with Sonic, though, I always think about like Cream or like Amy.
Yeah, Cream, Big, and Silver are the easy
Silver, really?
Are the easy running, flying, and power.
Okay.
So, but yeah, but the red star ring unlock system is just a giant middle finger.
Yeah,
and then it's like, oh, do you want to unlock Amy? Well, you have to invite 10 friends to play the game on Facebook, and they all have to accept and play the game. Not to mention the fact that I actually got 2 of my friends to download it, and I didn't get the reward, so I contacted Sega, and they were trying to, and they're trying to work that out. I'm like, I was so mad. I was like, where are my rewards for getting 2 people to play this fucking game? Just like, give me something for this. And the fact that I didn't just got me like, well, why should I tell anybody else to play this now? I'm never gonna get Amy. It's like, oh my god. I'm hoping that they're like, we're very truly sorry. Here's Amy for all your trouble. And I'm just like, yeah, you damn fucking right.
No, it's gonna be like, oh my god, we're so sorry that we couldn't give you Amy. Yo, matter of fact, we're gonna send you a new phone. We're gonna give you a new Sonic game.
Yeah, right.
So sorry for the inconvenience.
We are so sorry for this inconvenience. Here, have this useless thing. Have 5 red star rings.
Oh my god!
What the fuck am I gonna do with 5 red star rings? I guess I'll save up for a chance to win a character I have.
They'll give you Amy and like 5 her like different like outfits or something.
They actually do have an alternate outfit.
Are you
Amy,
serious?
But since the game in America was released months after it was in Europe and Japan, we missed out on that. So they're gonna have to hopefully, bring it back. She's in an outfit from Puyo Puyo.
Really?
Please tell me you know what Puyo Puyo is.
Isn't that, hold on, I do know and I don't know. Puyo Puyo, that's that, wait. I'm picturing chickens. I don't think I'm right, though.
You're thinking Billy Hatcher, I feel like.
No! That was a good game, though, but no!
Okay, do you know what Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is?
Is what?
Do you know, have you ever heard of the game Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine?
No, and now you're just making me feel bad.
Well, it's basically like the Americanized version of Puyo Puyo. But Puyo Puyo is like it's almost like Tetris. I don't want to say that because people who know what it is will be like, it's not Tetris! It's not! Well, I have news for you. I'm a big Puyo Puyo fan, so shut up. But yeah, Puyo Puyo is like a puzzle game in the similar vein of Tetris, except you're not eliminating rows when you create a row. You're eliminating certain chunks of colors, and like you could combo if you make a chunk of, like, say, red disappear, and there's a yellow under that red and a yellow on top of that red that weren't touching. When they fall, and if there's like 4 or more touching, then that's a combo. So you can like keep dropping and like causing chains, and it's just so addicting. But yes, there was an outfit from one of the characters, I think. Maybe it was the main character that Amy wears. And I don't even know what the outfit's called or anything, but I know that there was a Puyo Puyo event. And,
oh my...
I saw some kind of what were you gonna say?
No, okay, so... it has nothing to do with this game, but you know how I just said, like, chicks? There is a character named, like, Puyo Puyo, and it's a little baby chick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was... So this whole time, I was telling... Because I know I heard someone say that before, so they probably just thought I was a really idiot. They really thought I was an idiot, because I was like, yeah, little chick. And they would just, like, stop and stare, and they're like, yeah, that. So this whole time, I feel so bad, because it's a chick, I swear. But now I need...
Puyo Puyo?
Yeah.
What is that from?
I don't know, like, every time I went to, like, cons and stuff, he was just kind of there.
I'm looking up right now. Oh, that yellow bird thing. I've never...
It's a little chick.
Yeah, I don't know. Puyo Puyo...
So I'm guessing that's not how you spell the thing then, right?
No, replace the I with a U.
Okay.
It's Puyo.
Oh.
Puyo Puyo. There is a little mascot guy named Carbuncle, and he's adorable. If you type in, Puyo Puyo Carbuncle?
Oh, this thingy. Okay, I've seen it, I've never
The
played it.
The moment of revelation is upon you. You now know what Puyo Puyo is.
I do, I've never played it though. I feel like I should've, I just never did. It does look like Tetris though, I'm sorry people.
Do you know who the main villain is?
A squid? Oh.
Why would you say a squid? The main villain is Satan.
Oh, that's great.
So I saw this screenshot of the Sonic Runners Puyo Puyo event, and it was like something about Eggman looking to use the power of Satan for something, and I was like, oh my god, that is crazy. Dr. Eggman, he wants the power of Satan to rule the world. I was just like, this is like straight out of fan fiction.
Wait, and that, like, America was okay with that? They always like to change stuff when it's about that. I figured.
It didn't come out in the American version. It was, I think that was Japan and Europe.
Yeah. Apparently we're too sensitive. We're too sensitive.
How dare you say Satan? Oh God! Get this Bible shit out of here!
I don't care, so call it like Mr. Evil or something. No, that's worse. Just keep... If you change from Satan to something else, I will do absolutely nothing but rant. It's like Dragon Ball Z all over again, changing Mr. Satan to Hercule.
Yeah.
Just like, why can we have violent fighting, but I don't want to upset anybody by saying fictional or non-fictional, but why can't we have fictional/non-fictional characters from a historical book?
I know they had
TV
demons.
Show,
they had
ogre
demons.
We can have characters beating the shit out of each other.
I know. We don't make sense. We're
I'm
really
sorry,
sensitive.
I make sense. I don't know about the rest of humanity, but I make sense. I make perfect sense.
Nope, you're part of America. You don't make sense. Sorry.
America! Part of America! Yeah, don't you be talking about Satan in my children's cartoons. Let's get rid of freedom of speech. Oh boy, I don't want to turn into politics. But yeah, Sonic Runners, very fun, but very money-grubbingly
Time-consuming?
Yeah, but it's like...
Fun time-consuming?
It's fun, but it's like you can see clear as day how much they want your money. It's like... I'm just like, really, guys? You're so obvious. It's like,
Here's a little bit to play. You can either wait, keep playing this for hours upon hours, or give us money.
and it's like... And then, like, whether you do that, or you cave in and give them money, it's like, well, you have a chance at unlocking what you want. I'm like, really? I will give you $5 to give me the fucking character I want. It's just like, don't do this shit to me. It's like, here is $5. Take it and give me Shadow the Hedgehog. It's like, I'm sorry, but you'll have to just, you know, you have to give us money for a chance to get Shadow. It's like, don't fucking do that to me. It's like, I love Sonic, and you are just making me not love Sonic. But the game is fun. The game is very fun. I get, like, really excited when I get really far. I'm like, yes, I'm so far, I'm unstoppable. Oh my gosh. But yes, that's what I've been playing lately.
On and off, I play Super Smash Bros. When I have people to play with.
Okay.
Since you have Splatoon, I'm assuming you have a Wii U,
Yes.
and I'm making a bold assumption that you have Super Smash Bros.
I'm sorry. That assumption is just completely wrong.
How can you have a Wii U and not Super Smash Bros?
I'm sorry. I'm actually a hater. I'm sorry.
How can you hate Super Smash Bros?
If I saw someone playing it, I'd break their Wii U. I'm sorry.
Are you serious right now?
No, but I just it's
Why?
honestly, I'm a hater probably because I suck really badly at it, so I just like hate on the game, and the game can kick rocks.
That's how I feel about Guitar Hero and Rock Band. It's just like I cannot make the jump from the 4 buttons to the like using moving the hand up and down the I was gonna say shaft. I don't know what it's called.
Oh great!
I just don't want to move my hand up and down the shaft. No, I can't get my mind to grasp reaching for the pinky button, and it's just like I can't do that. So it's like I played it on medium, and then it was too easy. It's like I couldn't jump too hard, or whether it was easy to medium or medium to hard, I don't know. I just couldn't make the jump because I couldn't get my brain to recognize where the buttons were with my fingers when I slid my hand down the guitar thing.
Okay.
Shaft.
The shaft, yes, the shaft.
The guitar shaft. And every time I tried, the guitar was like, oh yeah. No.
But like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, like, when I was younger, I thought I was a boss. Like, I played the 64 one, and I was great, and I was beating my cousins and stuff. And then, like, time went on, and then, like, my friends started playing the one, I think it was for GameCube, and I was like, you know what, nah, I'm a boss at this. I haven't played a while, but I'm the boss. And I played, and I got defeated over and over again, and I was like, this game could kick rocks, and I just never touched it again. So, I don't know.
Sad.
I look at the game and I'm like, wow, this looks so much fun. And then I'm just like, yeah, no.
Play with weaker computer opponents just to get the hang of it, It's very basic. Like, it's very basic in terms of picking it up.
Mm.
It's one of those, I forget the exact phrase, but it's one of those games where it's like, easy to play, difficult to master, or like, I don't want to say difficult to master either because that sounds like a turnoff. It's just like, it's easy to pick up and play, but it takes a little bit of time to master. But, I mean, you know how to play the game if you were boss at the 64 game.
See, but now I'm wondering, like, what if I really wasn't a boss? What if they just sucked more than me? Like, I don't know. But I do want to play. It's just that, like, a lot of my friends, or, like, if people I've, like, just played against, like, say, because I go to this thing where it's, like, a little, like, get-together of people and you play the game. I feel like when I play, they're like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. No, you do it like this. I'll go easy on you. And I'm just like, dude, you don't have to do anything. Just play, and I'll learn. And you're just like, no, I can't do that. I don't want you to lose. And I'm just like, I hate you people. Stop giving me a handicap. You make it seem like I'm blind. It just hurts my feelings. And I was like, you sexist prick. Like,
whoa!
I was like, come see me at Mario Kart. We'll see who's talking. Like,
the Wii U Mario Kart?
Yeah, I'm great at every Mario Kart.
Do you have all the DLC?
Yes, sir.
Nice, so do I. Who do you use?
I use Shy Guy or Baby Rosalina.
Really? See, what happened was when I was playing the game, I really liked the karts because it just feels so classic, but I used the bike in the beginning in order to aid me in, like, those sharp turns.
Yeah.
And then I got so used to using the bike that I wasn't able to use the cart. And, like, something happened in my brain where I was like, why can't I use the cart anymore? And, like, I got really frustrated over that. I'm not saying, like, I don't like it because of that, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that I got frustrated at myself that I could no longer play with the cart. And I wanted to play with some carts, like, real bad, and I was getting, like, really annoyed, because I was like, I want to play with these carts. These carts look awesome, because I just unlocked some carts, and I can't play with them because I can only play with bikes. And that annoyed me, like, very greatly. But, for some time, my best character
and customization, I would say, altogether, was Link with it might have been the Hyrule, the Master Cycle.
Yeah.
But I think it was different. I don't think it was the Master Cycle's wheels. It was like I think it was like the High Roller wheels that go really fast. Except I think I wanted to be I wanted to be stylish about it, and I chose the Azure High Roller because I'm like, oh, blue on my blue cycle, baby. And I probably chose the Zelda, the kite thing too. I don't remember.
The Hyrule Kite, I think it was.
Maybe.
No, like I only go between 2 bikes, and it's horrible because I was just like I wanted to actually sorry, carts. I go between 2 carts. Like I tried to use the bike, and I'm just horrible at it. I really hate the bikes. Like they look so cool, but I suck at it. And I was just like, I don't want to touch that.
That's how I was in the beginning, where I just couldn't get the hang of the bike. And then for some reason, I think it was because I think I wanted to use the bike because I knew I was having trouble with it, and I was like, no, I could do this. And like I think something just clicked where I realized that you just have to constantly drift, or not drift, well, I guess drift, like the sharp turns. And like once I just kept constantly drifting, the bike was like the way to go. And then when I switched back to the cart, like my mindset was in bike mode, and I just couldn't drive the cart correctly. And it was just like really annoying. But I can't remember, but I think I eventually got the hang of the carts again. But yeah, that game is really fun, except for the fucking new Rainbow Road, where I just keep falling off on that turn in the beginning.
The new Rainbow... Wait, what new Rainbow Road?
There's a Rainbow Road where it's like a satellite in the sky. It's like the new one for that game.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, but that turn right in the beginning was what caused me to lose the first place so many times. Like there was, in order to get, you have to get at least 1 gold star in every cup in order to get the golden wheels or the golden cart, one or the other. Golden something.
I'm pretty sure it was the golden wheels, actually.
Yeah, and I wanted to get it so bad, which, spoilers, I got it anyway. But like, I was having so much trouble because there's something in order to get the gold star for that. It's like there's like 3 gold stars would be first place in all 4 races.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you know, but I'm just saying for anybody who's listening. Anybody who's listening, hello, please listen to us. It's like if you get at least 1 gold star in every cup, that's how you unlock the golden whatever.
Yeah.
And there was that 1 cup, maybe like a cup. There's a few cups that gave me trouble, but this one gave me the most trouble. Because in order to get 1 gold star, I think you can either do 3 first places and 1 third or 4th place. It might be 3rd. Or you can do like 2 first places and 2 thirds. 2 third places. It's like there's some formula. It based on how many points. It basically is based on the range of points you have by the end when you win. You have to get first place. Yeah, if you get first place, but you have like maybe. I don't know the numbers. Was it?
I wouldn't
15,
even know. I wouldn't know.
Is it 15? When you get first place, you get 15 points, right?
Yeah.
So 60 is perfect. So 60 is how you would get 3 gold stars. So in order to get at least 1 gold star, I think it was like it might have been like 45 or maybe it was like 50 to 55. I don't remember. Again, I don't remember the specific numbers, but there's a certain range where you're required to in order to meet that range, you have to have like 2 first places and 2 might have been second places, or 3 first places and 1 third place. Like I forget the exact one again, but it was some kind of mix like that. So since Rainbow Road was the 4th course in that cup,
yeah,
the 4th course in that cup, I would get first place, and then last place. Because as soon as I hit that turn, it's a very sharp turn with like no rails, and maybe like that with maybe a mix of what I was racing with and the speed. It's just the combination I was using. I think that's when I started using the bike, because I was like, the cart is just not cutting it for me. Like, maybe I'm just not using the right setup, but I'm not gonna go through 3 courses just so I can well, I guess I could choose the course by itself. Whoops. But anyway, I decided to use the bike for the sharp turns, and it worked wonders. And then I just started using the bike at some point on, and that's how I got stuck to the bike. But that course frustrated me so much. And then when I got to the mirror courses, I was like,
I hate mirror.
Oh,
I hate mirror so
no, again. And of course, I had trouble on that level again on the mirror courses.
Yeah.
But alas, I prevailed.
You know, I never knew about that whole, like, there's like if you win 3 times or whatever, 4 times, because, like, if I would, like, end up being in, like, anything under, like, 1, I would just start the whole thing all over again.
Well, if you're trying to get 3 gold stars, then yeah, you should start the thing over again. Because I don't think you can get 3 gold stars without a perfect.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's why I would do that, because I was like, no, I just want perfect.
But you don't unlock anything else for doing a perfect. In Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, you had to get first place in every race. Plus, you had to stay in first place for a certain amount of time in each level. Because you can be doing poorly, and then like at the last second, you know, like when you pass somebody and you just get first, like right at the end of the race. It's like the 3DS like knows how long you were in certain places for, and it's just like, no, sorry, you didn't do that good that round, so you're not gonna get the 3 stars. I was like, bullshit. So like I never unlocked that thing, especially because you had to get like 3 gold stars. I was like, this is too much trouble for what it's worth. But in the Wii U one, it was more lenient, where it's like you get at least 1 gold star. And I don't remember if it had that thing where it judged how long you were in first place or not. But I eventually got my golden thing.
Did you get the golden cart?
I got I don't remember which.
Not the cart, the glider.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know which prize was for which accomplishment, but I got the 1 gold star in each cup, minus the DLC because that one wasn't required. And I also beat the ghosts of the Nintendo staff in order to get the other gold thing. So it might be. I think I have the cart and the wheels. So I think the glider, in order to get that, you just accumulate enough points.
Yeah, you have to get it, like, when you play online, you get a lot of points for that.
So it's just like, I'll get it just by playing, you know, and I kind of just stopped playing. So I need people to play with.
10,000 points, I think it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
But if you play Mario Kart, we should play that.
Do you play often?
Not lately. I stopped playing because all my friends like moved, and except for the ones that are still around me don't have a Wii U. Oh. So it's like I have no one to play with, and if I play online, I mean that's okay. But I only know a couple of people who have Mario Kart on the Wii U anyway. But you do too. I could play it with you, but I'm out of practice with it, so.
Yeah, add me on Wii U.
I just wanted to pimp my ride up with the gold stuff. So I was playing, I think where I last left off, I was playing that with, minus the golden glider, of course, but I was using the gold cart and the gold wheel, and I was using Bowser. I don't know, he's just cool.
That big old turtle.
And I was just having fun. But I think my best character might be Link. Out of like the sets that I played with. For me, so far, what I've played with, my best I think was Link on the Master Cycle with the high roller wheels. But you know, there's just so many combinations that you know he might not even be my best character.
So who was before Link then?
Good question.
It was one of the Koopalings, I think. But then before that, well, before that, I didn't really have a character, a specific character. I think I was just playing around with different characters, and then I unlocked the Koopalings. I think I was using Roy when I got him because he's awesome. And before that, yeah, since it's easier to unlock it's easy to unlock the characters. So I was just kind of fooling around with different characters. I might have been using Koopa Troopa at one point. I think I used him for a bit. But I don't think I've actually played as every character.
You know who I hate in Mario Kart with all my heart, and I don't know why I hate him so much? I hate Lakitu.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say Wario or Waluigi.
No, I love Waluigi.
And I'm so glad
I love
you
him.
didn't.
I love Waluigi.
Yeah, but I feel like Lakitu is like, why are you in this?
Exactly. Like, why is he? Isn't he the one recording the race?
I don't know.
He's recording the race. He's the one that does the sound off, the 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So why is he in the game? Tell him to, like, I don't want him there.
I guess he's not anymore. What happens when he's a racer? Who does the 1, 2, 3?
But it should still be him, and then, like, when you fall off the map, he just comes and gets you, like, what, he gets off his bike or something?
So there's 2 Lakitu. Well, yeah, I guess because Lakitu is a species, so technically there can be more than one.
I'm being ignorant, and I just feel like he shouldn't be there.
You're being ignorant. That's ignorant.
No, that's ignorant. That's ignorant.
I just don't want him there.
That's ignorant.
Like, they should have put, like, Diddy Kong instead of him.
Oh. Yeah, why wasn't Diddy and why wasn't Bowser Jr. in that game? You have all the Koopalings, and Bowser Jr. is actually Bowser's son, and he's not in there.
I know. We have, like, 8 different Peaches. We have 5 different Marios, but we don't have, like, Diddy or, like,
we don't
Bowser
have
Jr.
actually different characters.
We don't.
It's like they got lazy and let's just color him gold, and that's a character. It's like even Funky Kong was in the Wii one, or was it Double Dash or?
It was Double Dash, I'm pretty sure.
Double Dash. I'm just like, where's Funky Kong? Like that'd be awesome to see him again. Haven't seen him since. I don't know. I haven't played the recent Donkey Kong Country, so I feel like they'd be ignorant of me to say I haven't seen him since Donkey Kong 64. But I haven't seen him since Donkey Kong 64, so there you go. How do you like them apples? How do you like them bananas?
I didn't play the new Donkey Kong, but I'm pretty sure he was in it. If I'm not mistaken. Actually,
I'd like to play the new ones, but I have not.
yeah.
Alas, Puyo, I have not.
I've heard good things about it, but other than that,
Yeah, I heard it was good. I have to pat Nintendo on the shoulder here. The Wii U is actually a really good system, and there's a lot of good games.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time to play a lot of games, so even if there wasn't a lot of games on there, that's fine, because I haven't played a console game, aside from Smash Bros. With some people here and there when they're over. Like, in terms of a game that I've played, like, by myself, like when I'm usually gaming, I haven't played the Wii U in a while. And that's not because there's nothing on the Wii U. It's just because I haven't had the time to. But with that said, I want to get Splatoon and play it. Like, there are games I want to get and play. A little bit on the financial
I understand.
side that I can't, get them. But, I'm saving up for Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
When is that coming out?
September 1st?
September 1st, okay.
September 1st. Which I can't wait. Oh.
Do you think it's going to be really, really good?
I think it's probably going to be really, really good. And I say, well, okay. It's usually I'll enjoy just about anything. I don't want to say that I don't have taste. I want to say that I can appreciate time spent in a game. Like, I can appreciate things for what they are. So for me, instead of being good or bad, for me, I'd say my scale is more so enjoyable to extremely enjoyable. So I think that for me, it's going to be fantastic.
So,
You know what?
in terms of my expectations, yeah, I think it's going to be amazing.
You know,
What?
my mom, she's had more experience with Metal Gear Solid than I have. Like, my mom bought the games for herself, and she would play them, and she was like,
Your
oh, you
mom
should...
plays games?
Yes. And I don't even know why, because it's kind of like a random thing that she plays games. She's like, no, me and your father, we play Pac-Man, so I'm gonna buy Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, alright, well...
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is. It's,
yeah. It's like, we played Tetris, so I'm going to buy fucking whatever the latest thing is.
yeah,
It's
pretty
like,
much.
oh, okay. But, I mean, kudos to them. I wish my parents played games.
Yeah, everyone says, oh my god, your mom plays games, that's great, and then I'm just thinking, no, it's not, because then she'll be like, oh, let me get your system. Let me borrow your system. Let me borrow this game. It's not as fun as it sounds. It's not.
I guess. I guess it's one of those, the grass is always greener situations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there's ups and downs to everything.
Like, it got so bad, and it's funny to me, it got so bad that my mom, she bought me an Xbox 360, really randomly, so I didn't ask her anything. She bought me it, and then, like, I think, like, maybe...
So that she could use it.
Yeah, no! It was even, like, 5 months later, she was like, are you sure I bought you that? I'm pretty sure I bought it for myself. I was like, but you bought me it. No, I'm pretty sure I bought that Wii U for myself.
Then you say, okay, well, you owe me a gift.
Exactly. I was like, then what'd you get me for my birthday? She's like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Xbox 360.
I let you live here. Shut up. I raised you. Shut up.
You came out
You
the
owe
womb.
me.
So, like...
I carried you for 9 months inside of me like a parasite. You owe me your life.
AKA my Xbox, but yeah, like...
You know, I was enjoying my Xbox 360 until it grinded up my Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing game. Like a fucking angry kid at the dentist biting on the dentist's finger.
You know, about that, I did get really mad at my Xbox because, okay, I'm sorry, I'm a PlayStation person, and I didn't know there wasn't things you weren't supposed to do, so I had Dead or Alive in there, and I was like, yeah, I love this game. I love this game so much. And
I prefer
there was like,
Sony.
I think there was a paper under my Xbox, so I picked it up while the game was in it, and then I hear, and I was like, what the hell is that? And they're like, oh, my friend's like, oh yeah, your game's gone. I was like, what the hell do you mean it's gone? And they're like, yeah, it's not gonna turn on. I tried to play it, and it was all scratched, and I was like, what the fuck, Xbox?
See, that's completely different from me, but yours was more of like a, oops, mine was more like a, fuck. Since the 360 at the time didn't have a wireless internet connection, unless you decided to pay extra for it, I was like, fuck no. So I used this long Ethernet cable to connect to the whatever port, the cable, wherever you plug them in, the Ethernet cable port thing, imajigger. But it wasn't long enough to reach my 360. So I had to pull the 360 really far and try and meet it halfway. So, you know, and then, like, that wire wasn't long enough, so then I had to pull the TV off the stand.
Wow.
So it was like this long thing on the floor, just so that I could download the DLC for the Sonic racing game. It was like Metal Sonic and the Death Egg. I was like, yeah, I really want this. So I got the download and everything fine. Everything worked out. I should have turned the game off before I decided to pick up my 360 to move it back, because as soon as I picked it up, I heard and the thing just grinded. I was like, no, what is that? And then there went my disc. And then I was angry at Microsoft as an entire company. I was like, you made this piece of shit.
Why did they do that? Doesn't happen like that with PlayStation.
I don't know, because they apparently don't know how to make consoles.
They don't. How dare they?
Or they make consoles that break so that you keep paying them.
I guess. They do have, like, a lot of add-on stuff, too. It looks like PlayStation started doing that kind of, but, like, Xbox always had a whole bunch of, like, add-on crap.
I don't want to hate on the Xbox.
I do.
That's just my experience. But at the same time, I do want to hate on it. Like, I don't want to hate on it because I had one. And I mean, I still have it. I just haven't played it, ever. No, I haven't played it in years.
Me neither.
I don't want to hate on it, because I enjoyed my time with it. But I hate that it's, kind of like that, I guess. I hate that it's an Xbox. I don't hate Xbox. I just hate that it's an Xbox.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna sound like a her, but the only action my Xbox has gotten is because I played, like, Just Dance on it and stuff. Like,
What'd you play?
Just Dance, I'm sorry, like, after it destroyed my, like, Dead or Alive, I was like, I'm not buying any really important games. I'm gonna buy dancing games, and I'm gonna have fun that way.
Well, I bought and played Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and I cried profusely.
How was that game?
It was terrible.
Oh, great.
No, alright, I say this about a lot of crappy sequels and stuff. It was good as a standalone game. Like, if it was a new game in its own series, I'd be like, there's room for improvement, but you have a good basic thing here. The fact that it was a continuation in an amazing series that decided to change how it was played, it was terrible.
Really?
Like, I'm torn on this because I sometimes enjoyed playing it. Like, because there were so many moments in that game where I was like, this could have been so much better. Like, even if you kept the car and racing mechanics, like, if you want to do that, fine. But just why were other things, like, set up certain ways? Like, oh god. It was like they tried to make a platformer out of a racing game. I'm just like, no. Not racing, car game. I'm like, no, you make a car game out of car game levels. You don't make car games out of platforming levels. It's like, I forgot who covered this. I think it might have been JonTron, when he was doing his review. But there are giant open worlds that looked like they were, like, I was gonna say halfway, but it could have even been less than half. It looks like they were halfway done, until they decided, let's change this into a car game instead of a platformer. And so they just dropped whatever they were doing and decided to add in racing mechanics around that empty world. I'm just like, no! So make the level, fill up the level, make things actually make sense, or make it smaller. Like, don't let me walk around a vast empty level if that's not what if you're meant to do. It almost felt like I wasn't supposed to be walking around the level because it was so empty.
Really?
That's pretty like, the first level had a volcano in it. That was, like, in terms of platforming, think of a platforming game. There's this volcano in this level. The graphics are really amazing, but it's completely empty. There's no reason for you to be in there. The only reason it's there is so you can drive your car through it during, like, maybe 1 or 2 races. I'm just like, why is this here? Like, don't give me an open, vast world with nothing in it.
I get you.
It's just like, oh god. It's like, what I'm hoping that they do, and I say this all the time, is that the next Banjo-Kazooie game they make, if they ever decide to make a new one, is gonna be Banjo 3E. And I don't, yeah, or Banjo-Kazooie 3 or whatever, just to say that it's the third. And I don't mean that in a sense to ignore Nuts and Bolts. I mean it in a sense to say Nuts and Bolts was an official spin-off, like an in-between. Kind of like, well, first of all, did you play Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've spoken about Banjo-Kazooie in the first episode, but that was months ago, and I don't remember what I said. So, and I didn't say it to you anyway. So, if I repeat myself, I'm sorry, but it's been a while anyway. There's 3, or I guess now 4, thanks to Nuts and Bolts. There's 4 canon games. I think Banjo Pilot, like, is not canon in terms of plot. Like, it's just like a racing game, kind of like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Except I think in terms of plot, there is none. There's, like, no reason that they're racing. It's not like, oh, Gruntilda, let's just have a race for fun. Like, I feel like Mario Kart is one of those games where it's like, where it's like Bowser could be like Mario's friendly enemy. Like they're kind of like frenemies. But Gruntilda and Banjo-Kazooie, I feel like, are not frenemies. Like they hate each other, and like that's why I don't think Banjo Pilot is a canon game. But so the canon games are Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Nuts and Bolts, and you can't forget about the Game Boy Advance game, Grunty's Revenge.
Okay, sorry, no, I did not play that one.
Okay, now Grunty's Revenge takes place between 1 and 2.
Okay.
Now you've played. I'm assuming you played 1 and 2, and that's all you played.
Yeah.
Okay. Grunty gets crushed under. Spoilers, but if you don't know this by now, I don't know, some diss to you. Gruntilda gets crushed under a rock. That's the end of 1. And in 2, her sisters come and destroy the rock to get her out from under the rock. Now, everybody knows that. Or everybody who's played this game.
Sorry.
Grunty's Revenge takes place in between, where Klungo creates her henchman, Klungo.
Yeah.
He creates a robot body, and she uses some kind of spell in order to transfer her soul into it. And so the adventure in that game is her traveling through time, somehow, in order to prevent Banjo and Kazooie from, like... I don't know, to prevent them from being born. Maybe that's an ultimate goal, but like to prevent them from meeting up and stuff. So you have to go back in time. You go back in time as Banjo, and like you save Kazooie, and it's like this time travel adventure, which is pretty cool. And then at the end, when you fight her in the final battle, you destroy the robot body, so her ghost goes back into her body. And I think they say something like, I think she says something to Klungo to, like, get her sisters for her. So then it ties in neatly with 2. So ultimately, Grunty's Revenge is the in-between game.
Okay. Did it get good reviews?
I think on average, it got positive reviews. It got good reviews. For a Game Boy Advance game, I think it was really good. Now, now, back to what I was saying before about I'm hoping that the next game is Banjo 3E, because they can easily get away with Nuts and Bolts being the in-between game.
Yeah. Because
plot-wise, it does progress a little bit, but there's not so much plot that you could say it's a main title game. Like, basically what happens is the very beginning opens up, I'm going to give you an entire summary of the story in like a few sentences. Banjo-Kazooie are fat after 8 years. Gruntilda's skull head finally makes its way to Banjo-Kazooie's house. They try to have one more battle. Then, breaking the fourth wall, this guy comes in named Lord of Games, which the acronym is LOG. And he's like, gamers these days don't want to see this. Let's do something with cars. And he takes you to break the fourth wall town called Showdown Town. They make some kind of deal where, he makes Banjo-Kazooie slimmer, and he gives Gruntilda a new body, and he basically gives them a competition with cars, and the loser has to work in his gaming factory for like all eternity. So, end result, Gruntilda loses and has to work in his gaming factory for all eternity. So it's kind of like that's a perfect setup for an in-between game, because Gruntilda has a new body. She also has a new cat, which was pretty cool. It introduced newer characters. Like, it introduced stuff, and that's great. Like, it introduced stuff and fixed things in terms of giving Gruntilda a new body and, like, a new character. Like, it set things up for what could potentially be a very successful Banjo 3E. Will Microsoft or Rare do that? No. No, well, not at all.
I don't think they would, though, because they're doing Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah, but that's not Microsoft. That's Playtonic
It's
Games.
Still from the makers, though, no?
It's from the original team of Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on the N64. And potentially Game Boy Advance one. I don't think they had anything to do with Nuts and Bolts, because that team left, but, there were still people at Rare, either that got hired or promoted or whatever. So whoever made Nuts and Bolts, I think, wasn't the original team anyway. And even if it was, the original team, they had Microsoft to say do this and don't do that. I think I don't want to say this and people are like, well, you're wrong because of this. It's like, I think that's what it was. Okay, don't
quote you.
Don't patronize me. I'm sorry, I don't know Rare's inner workings. But yes, that's why I think that they could make a Banjo-Kazooie 3, aka Banjo 3E, and still get away with nuts and bolts, like, even in their eyes, successful, because it makes a great interquill.
We probably wouldn't see it for a really long time, though.
Yeah, never.
Never.
You're never gonna see it.
If they did make it.
They could make it. You know, if they did, I want it to go back to. I'm hoping that Ukulele, and its obvious success will be a hint to Rare/Microsoft to tell them, hey, people still want to play a game like this.
True.
You know, I'm hoping that they decide, or they realize, you know, people still want to play this. Let's make a Banjo 3, you know?
I don't know.
I mean...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it did come out, do you really think it would sell? Like, do you think kids nowadays would want a game like that? Like how Banjo-Kazooie was?
Well, kids wanted a game like that back from Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah, but that's because we were those kids.
Yeah, but I feel like if you gave... I don't know, I feel like the answer to that is yes. That's what... like, they're still gonna want to play it. Like, why not? Is it fair for me to say that if you don't like it, you're retarded? Like, there's something wrong with you because it's like the epitome of a great game. Like, that's like perfection, and if you don't like it, go screw yourself. Like, I don't know. It's just... It was nice.
It was nice.
Nice. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well... And how did we get into Banjo-Kazooie?
I don't know. I don't know.
Rare Replay, maybe?
Was that really?
I don't know. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie are in Rare Replay. I don't know how we started talking about it. New games, Metal Gear Solid 5, I don't know. Could have went on a tangent.
I guess.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Is there anything else coming out that you're looking forward to before we decide to wrap things up for today?
You know what? I'm looking forward to the Yoshi Woolly World thing.
Oh yeah,
like,
that does look pretty
it
awesome.
It looks so good, and the Yoshis are really cute.
I keep saying this word, adorable.
Yeah.
But they look adorable.
They do, and did you see their amiibos? Like, their amiibos are woolly.
Yes.
I want the amiibos. They're so cute.
The amiibo.
The amiibos, yeah.
The amiibos. Yeah, they look pretty adorable.
I want it.
People were a little up in arms about the style change from the E3 video from like a year ago to like the fuzzier looking look that they have now.
Yeah. But
I mean, it's understandable, but you have to realize it's a game still in production. So what you saw back then wasn't the final thing to begin with. But I can see where people are coming from.
I guess, but like, come on. It still looks good, though.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So, like, don't bitch about it. It looks good.
Quit being a little bitch!
Like, he's made out of wool.
Yeah. Like, you know, I don't know if there's a story reason for this, but I remember... I actually didn't realize this until I was watching Game Grumps play the beginning of Yoshi's story. Mm-hmm. But in the story of Yoshi's story, there's actually a plot reason why it's in the style of a storybook. It has something to do with some kind of spell, like there's like Bowser Jr. or Kamek, or not Bowser Jr., Baby Bowser, or Kamek, or somebody put some kind of spell in order to make the world, the storybook world. So, you know, kudos to them for making sense out of it. But, like, I'm wondering if Yoshi's Woolly World has a similar plot reason for that decision. And I saw some gameplay for it, like, against the final boss and stuff. So, are you sure it's not out yet?
No, it's not. Maybe the UK got it? Actually, I'm pretty sure the UK got it.
I'm gonna look this up right now.
Because I know we definitely just don't have it.
Well, you don't have it.
Well, yes, I 100% don't have it, but...
It's just you.
Imagine, I'd be so mad.
Everybody has it.
Everyone has it.
Okay, Australia got it June 25th. Oh, yeah, okay, so everybody but the US has
it. See, I'm part of that place.
Australia, June 25th. Europe, June 26th. Japan, July 16th.
Oh, of course.
North America, October 16th. Hey, we better be getting a super duper pimped out version of this game
Probably
for it to
not.
be taking that long.
They probably forgot about us, honestly. They're just like, they don't even care.
North America, where's that? I only know 6 continents.
They're like, they didn't even care about a Yoshi.
South America, what is that south of? But yeah, I think the amiibo functionality is pretty cool though, where like you could change your Yoshi. I don't know which amiibo only work with it, but it would be really cool to see a Sonic Yoshi and a Mega Man Yoshi. Which will never happen because there's no Pokemon Yoshi, so if there's no Pokemon Yoshis, why would there be a third-party Yoshi?
I don't know, I want a Shy Guy Yoshi.
You need a Shy Guy, amiibo. Shy Guy amiibo.
They should.
I'm looking this up right now.
Right now.
Right now. Amiibos. Yoshi. I don't even see anything for Yoshi's Woolly World. Games. There must be an unlock thing. I don't want to waste too much time just looking this up, but I don't even know where. Okay, Yoshi games with Universal Amiibo support. Read only. Because I remember hearing that some of them were not... I mean, not that they weren't compatible, but you didn't unlock costumes with the Pokemon ones, and people were suspecting, or theorizing, or whatever the word is, izing, that it has something to do with the fact that Pokemon is not exclusive to Nintendo, or I don't know how the rights work, but it's made by creatures in Game Freak.
Yeah.
Even though the main is Nintendo, but I think it has something to do with that, and, like, licensing. Which is sort of a shame, because it'd be nice to see, like, a Pikachu Yoshi.
Charizard Yoshi.
Pikachu Yoshi is the closest thing you could ever get to real-life, Sonic Chew, I feel like.
Sonic Chew.
A Sonic game with Pikachu amiibo support, or a Pokemon game with Sonic amiibo support. I want to see that for the lulz. Please, make Sonic Chew official, just so that I can laugh. Just so I can see people talk about it. I just want to see the reaction. That's all. I don't care about actually having a Sonic Chew. I just want to see the reaction. It's either a Pikachu amiibo unlock for Sonic, or a Sonic amiibo unlock for Pikachu.
Now there's probably going to be a petition. Great.
No, actually, Sonic Chew has the body structure of Sonic, so it would have to be a Pikachu amiibo costume of sorts for Sonic.
Aww, that'd be kind of weird and cute.
It'd be Sonic Chew.
But like, I don't.
I throw up a little bit. Oh my lord.
I don't know, I feel like people would get mad, like, how dare you put Pikachu and Sonic and blah blah blah. They'd be
while laughing at the same time, because Sonic Chew. And guys, if you don't know who Sonic Chew is, just look it up. Just type in Sonic Chew. Sonic. Well, there's only one C, despite... Like, the way it's spelled is not how it should be pronounced, for starters. Sonic Chew should have 2 C's because of the K-C noise in Sonic and the Ch noise in Chew. So technically, if you were to write it out correctly would be spelled SONIC-CHU, but no, it's spelled SONICHU.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sonic.
the way it's... Unless the creator meant it to sound like Sonichu without the K, but I always hear people say Sonic Chew. So, I don't know. I could be wrong there, so I'm sorry if I'm saying this as a matter of fact, but being wrong. I'm so sorry I don't know my Sonic Chew. Oh God. Oh God. I just think Zap Brannigan.
Really?
Oh God. I'm actually pretty proud of this one.
Oh, Zap. He knows the way to my heart.
Well, there was a Futurama game, but I was gonna say, why is there no, like, amazing Futurama game?
I don't know.
Why is there no more Futurama? Okay, I know this is a gaming show, / radio show, / podcast, / whatever, but, I mean, come on, Futurama is probably one of the greatest cartoons of all time. If you don't like it, you should be ashamed of yourself. Your music's bad and you should feel bad. Your opinions are bad and you should feel bad.
But didn't they come out with, like, well, not recently, but didn't they come out with, like, more episodes?
Yeah, they had new seasons. Technically 3 new... Well, no, technically it was 4 movies and 2 seasons, but the movies themselves were considered 1 season, so that's why I say there was 3 seasons before it got canceled again.
Aww.
What they should do is make, Netflix pick it up and make it a Netflix original.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like they did with, I think, Arrested Development and maybe other shows. I think Heroes. I didn't watch Heroes, but I heard that's coming back.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a heroes person. I'm supernatural.
I'm a villains person. I like to cause evil. But yeah, that's a whole different culture.
Yeah.
We're talking about games. Oh boy. Speaking of games, I think we are at the 1 hour and 17 minute mark.
Oh my.
Oh my. But you know, I think we've had good enough. I hope we've had good enough quality for content for this episode. This exciting episode.
I hope I didn't bore anyone. If I did, I'll just blame you, because I'm new at it, so.
I'm new, this is only the 2nd episode.
No, it's your fault.
Okay, it's my fault. You're fired! No. No, wait, I don't have anybody else. Come back. Well, anyway, alright guys, that's our show for this week. Hopefully, if you know, things work out, this will continue to be weekly, like originally planned. But, you know, for now, I think this time we'll successfully be able to do this weekly. Unless Key up and disappears on me.
Nah, I won't.
That's what you say now. But yes, okay. Alright, that's a show for this week then. By the way, I should have said this in the beginning. It is the week of August. Well, it is, you know, August 19th. It's a Wednesday now because it's 1:22 a.m. I think when we started this, it was still the a.m. It was still the a.m. of Wednesday. But it is the week of August 19th. For people who like to know the time frame, I'll have to know that for next time. Por favor, I'm new at this. Please understand.
Please, you understand me.
Please understand. Alright, guys. I think that about wraps it up. Well, any last words?
Don't stand too close to the TV.
Okay. Yes. You heard the lady. Don't stand too close to this. Don't stand too close to the TV. It's okay to sit close to the TV. But, you know, don't stand.
Yeah, just in case you want.
It's bad on your legs. The TV lights will go straight through your eyes and to your legs. You gotta be sitting. Alright, guys. Take care.